fasting, for that moment, my heart leapt. You know, like when you're doing something and you don't know the meaning of what you're doing, and you're searching for something and you don't even know what you're searching for. I'm sharing this because you may be in my shoes way back then. When I heard that teaching on fasting, and it was in Isaiah 58, I believe, when I heard that teaching on fasting, I took that on. It no longer became a deal for me. It became a fasting and a lifestyle. So all throughout my secondary school year, I was fasting. Every little test, I fast. Every little things, if I'm called to be a farm captain or a deputy farm captain, I fast. Every little thing I was fasting. So I become the churchy girl. And it was okay because when you go to Jasper and every girl's there, like
churchy girl.
Yeah, the intimidation is not as bad. So it was good because it's all girls anyway. And I survived. And I had a very good friends, a group of friends. And I can be sitting in the class. I mean, this can go for you as a student. I can be sitting in the class and they all come back like on Monday, especially on Monday. They go, man, how did it go on? Oh, we were in the nightclub. Oh, we were at the Galaxy. And that's a nightclub in Lotaka. Oh, we were there. And they'd be, raving on me. Oh, we hang up. And I'll be sitting there, smiling. And then they say, you're right, where did you go? And I said, home. On Sunday, I went to church. And Saturday, I stay home, help my mother. And my life, I become the boring girl in school. But it was okay. I can hear them. And there was never a moment when I hear them for me to even have the desire to say, did I miss anything? But I miss what they say. I never missed it. It's like, that's their life. This is my life. And I'm proud of it. And it's not going to take me to that life. So I have this group of friends. They do hang out. I mean, they are, if you look at them, even at one stage, I was calling to the principal office. And she looked at me, Miss Hodge, and she said, how are you hanging out with those girls? Because she knows the life that I live, and she knows the report that the girls that I was hanging out with. And she said, everything about your life, it doesn't fit. You are a misfit to that group. But yet, I see, I hang out with those girls. But it was good. It was okay. Because even in the momentum, everything that was happening around me, not even a little bit of it that I desire, I look at them, I smile with them, I laugh with them because it's something that they're doing and they're speaking about it so passionately because they love it. But I don't force them to talk about God. If they're sitting with me, before they have their lunch, they'll be forced to pray. Sometimes they're already eating. So can we pray, please? And they will roll their eyes. I don't know how, I couldn't care less how they roll their eyes. I'll just pray because it's when we eat, we pray. So why I'm sharing this because you may be, and most of the times as we share, we are targeting people that are already in church. You are already in church, you know all about these things. So we continue to make reference to, but not explaining the details. So we make a reference. And if you say fasting, you as a Christian, you have been fasting, you know what fasting is. And if you say prayer, you know what prayer is. But I'm trying to, go down to the finer details because you can be the person that I was in those 10 days of my life, but you're listening to us today.
Hallelujah.
And even by going to school, like what I said, if you come from a Christian-based home and you're surrounded with students or with friends that do otherwise, you don't need to join them. You don't need to be one of them. Just be yourself, uniquely yourself, to be the person that you trust God. Because when you are having your exam, and there are certain subjects that you're not very strong in, then you do your fasting. Everything that I've done growing up from high school up until the time, my Aspire career was totally different. What I wanted to do, my ambition, was totally different. But yet, I went in the totally opposite. I aspired, speaking with my dad, growing up, I wanted to be a doctor. But on the very first term of year 12, I have to leave school. I started work to look after my mom. My mom was diabetic. There was nobody else at home. It was just me and my mom. So circumstances changed otherwise. So you may be listening to me today. You may have aspired for, your aspirations for greater life is there. But something have happened along the way that changed. Don't feel bad about it. It's okay. Like I didn't feel bad about it. I look at my friends, they continue. A few of them are lecturers, doctors, own businesses. They've moved on. They finished the study. I was part of that crowd. And I remember when I came to Lotok Hospital for my scan, I went for a scan. And I was sitting in that room. And then I had a nurse who came in with a piece of paper. And I look at that piece of paper, it says, Ryan, is that you? I'm sitting in this consultation room and I saw you at the car park from here. And I'm sending that nurse to ask whether that is you. And she said, this is me, one of the, my friends.